Hello everybody, Mouse here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Broken Sword, the Smoking Mirror? Yeah, the second one, yeah. And we are gonna continue where we left last time. Yeah, let's see if we can use them. Like this one to that one.
No, I had to think of something else.
Okay. Yeah, because I was hoping that we could...
Wrong.
No.
Wrong.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. Cuckoo! Hello, dog.
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it. Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney. The bottle had blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
I think we can now go here.
I wouldn't have considered wearing it if it had been the last coat on Earth. The packet was full of dog biscuits. That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was. Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck. Who was I to argue with irrational superstition? The box contained nothing but blank forms. Baked beans in ketchup. Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy. I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
Bye, 20. Sorry.
As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
Yeah, sure. I think we still need the keys, right? Or maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Can we just climb over the fence? Yes. Way to go, George. George. Bon du nom. I think that is the right song, right? And let's save there. 35% already.
The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir. It read Condor Trans Global. I'd come to the right place. Now all I had to do was get inside. That door seemed to be the only way into the warehouse.
I think it is locked.
The din must have drowned out the sound of my knocking.
Let's go up. Upsy.
Maybe there was a way in up there.
Maybe. Whee! And then
No.
no.
That did the trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Hey, you make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
Karzak? That must be his boss.
Yes.
The boat hook was jammed in the dented fan blades.
What was in this window?
The window was jammed shut. The metal housing prevented me from getting to the fan.
Can we use something? No. Oh yeah, I think we can probably knock the door down. No, down. Let's do a new saving. Down we go. Then we need to use that one to throw the guy down. A grill?
The grill opened from the inside.
Hello?
Who is it?
Is this Condor Trans Global?
Nobody here. Go away.
I'll give you 5 seconds to let me in or I'll bust down the door.
Okay. I'm coming.
He didn't sound too happy.
Do same to this guy. Woohoo! Win! We did, boys and girls. Now we can go inside. Way to go, George. And now he is sleeping with the fishes. Or maybe, I don't know where. Where's that other guy?
The only interesting thing I found was a small brass key.
Okay.
Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Quaramonte City.
Quaramonte City.
It was locked.
I used the small brass key.
The little brass key didn't fit the lock.
Okay.
All the crates were firmly sealed. Whoa! Don't shoot! The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something.
Yeah?
What? What do you want? He seemed excited, almost desperate. What did he want so bad?
What? In here?
I'd already searched the drawer. There was nothing else of any... It was locked.
What do you want? Oh, you're going
Hi. I'm not going to hurt you.
Quaramonte!
Is
that where
you're from? Quaramonte City?
Quaramonte!
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done with my girlfriend?
Huh?
I am not leaving without her. Where is she? He didn't appear to understand me. Tell me what you've done with Nico, and I'll share these biscuits with you. I knew it sounded lame, trying to bargain with a box of doggy snacks. Besides, how was he to know how yummy they tasted? Do you know what this is?
Peito. Lotseka peito. Inyakotlago inomutu.
Sure.
This was the dart you used to knock out my girlfriend. If she's come to any harm, I will count you personally responsible.
Lotseka peito fnor.
Okay.
What does this key unlock?
Huh?
Oh no.
Hey, you're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, come back here.
He's
The little
gone.
guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates. All the crates were firmly sealed.
No, let's walk this way first. No, there isn't anything. Hello. Yeah, I don't know what we can... There's something in there.
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
Mm.
No, that's wrong.
This one?
Nope.
This one?
I don't think so.
This?
Not such a good idea.
This one?
The label just wasn't sticky enough to stay in place.
Okay.
Not such a good idea. That wouldn't work. I'd better think this through. No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Wasn't sticky enough.
The label just wasn't sticky enough to stay in place. The little crate was precariously balanced. There. That would keep the doors from closing.
Okay. Oh. Upstairs. Oh, we went up.
I was wrestling with the small crate when I noticed the label on its side. Danger. Live contents do not drop.
Okay.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move. There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
Any rope, you see? Check out the window. To the window!
There was no way to open that window.
Maybe. Oh, is this door locked?
A sturdy beam was jammed across the doors.
Okay.
These doors were not going to open.
A pallet carrier?
There wasn't enough room to move the handle.
Can I move this one a little bit? Oh.
No chance. Whatever those crates contained, they were heavy.
Yeah, move that one in there. Or somewhere.
I didn't want to risk dropping the crate and releasing its live contents.
Okay.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move. The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
What did you say?
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
Really?
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
Any rope?
It was the set of manacles I'd removed from the little Indian's ankles. Wrong.
That is so. Yeah. Let's.
Nothing happened. That was probably because the elevator was already on this floor.
Oh, there's scratch marks in there. We couldn't see.
There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall. My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall. Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling. Just as I'd hoped. A secret room.
Okay, yeah, so we need it.
Nico!
What's that? You have unlocked bonus cardboard fetish.
Will you look at this? It was a small statue of a kneeling figure in an ornate headdress. The head was hideous, with huge staring eyes set in a decomposing face.
Hey, somebody's marketing Labino dolls.
Yeah. Nico?
There. How you feeling?
Oh, thanks, Georges. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Oubier had been in Marseille. But never mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan stone?
I picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris.
Okay.
I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Narcotics.
Yes. The proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it up to act as his courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I'd expected, they sent me that stone instead. And to find out more, I called Professor Oubier, who invited me to his mansion. At
Really?
least, I thought it was Oubier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Yeah.
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America.
Maybe.
It could be Karzak's means of getting them to work for him.
Maybe.
Anyway, we've got to get out of here.
Yeah. Gonna take the
Nico, wait!
tape.
I decided to keep the masking tape. It was bound to be of some use to me.
Probably. Yeah.
We can't use the elevator. If that thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting for us.
We've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
Can we use this one now to the... That one, then move this one off.
Hopefully, the tape would prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
I move that one to there. Then move this one all the way. Then use that one. There we go, and now we can use the
The
gaffs.
pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics,
What on earth are you doing?
trying to raise the statue so I can hook it to that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
Yes.
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress.
Then we can go there. 36% already. Yeah, I think we are gonna be using
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch. I guess the wheels of the cart were jammed or something.
Oh yeah, we have the
It
rope.
would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Oh.
There was wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
There we go.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
Hmm? Or do I have to use the pulley?
It was too heavy for me to move on my own.
Nico? Can you help me move this statue?
Okay, tell me what you know about Condor.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing yet.
Do you know where Condor is based?
In Central America.
Okay.
A place called
Quaramonte.
I saw that name on a docket downstairs. Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightens me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes, they're like a wild animal's, like a tiger.
That's
what
bad.
scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Did you know Ubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Ubier himself.
A murderer, huh? André said he was something of a celebrity.
Did I hear you refer to Inspector Moon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no. He reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over. When he found out who was in with the Neo-Templars, he went into hiding. Mu knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling. Still, he got a sudden promotion.
Yeah.
Did that Indian guy mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
I don't think he knows where he is or what he's doing here. The big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
Titipoco.
Titty what?
Titipoco.
Titipoco.
That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Oh no. I choose the wrong one. I want.
Push! Great teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobart.
Can we talk about a little bit more?
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
Yes.
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir. Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
Yeah.
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's quite plain enough. Look, the little guy downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him, though. That little guy is dangerous.
You're still sore about that poison dart?
Of course I'm sore.
Well, let's save and move on. Keep on keeping on. Come on, Nico. Nico Cola.
I thought about hanging from the cable with my bare hands, but it was too far to the other end of the cable to escape that way.
Can we use this?
Nico, I have a great idea.
I don't know if this is a great idea, but... Yep. Oh, there's the note. There lazy dog. I'm happy. He's...
Josh, where have you been?
Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, Andre. Give the stone to George.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The
Yes.
best lead that we have is Quaramonte City.
Quaramonte is in Central America.
Yes.
That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Come on, George. Woo! Is this gonna be even
Quaramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central America.
shorter than the first game?
That's how it was translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Trans Global seemed a good place to start.
There was bad guys in there. That is good. Again.
Hey, it's market day.
Yeah.
I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Trans Global.
The goat? Poster.
In Quaramonte, defacing a poster was probably a capital offense.
Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. Can we get a cab to the capital?
This is the capital, Quaramonte City.
Okay.
When's the next ship out of here?
But, senor, don't you like our beautiful country?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little piece of paradise right here on Earth.
Then why you wanna leave?
I'm just plain homesick. Like it says in the song.
A word of warning, senor. If you feel like bursting into song, bite your tongue.
Okay.
There are official restrictions on music in Quaramonte.
Okay.
How come music is restricted in Quaramonte?
It is part of a great cultural enrichment campaign.
Okay.
Traditional Quaramonte music is considered unsuitable for these fast-moving times. Nuestra Senora has decreed that only one category of music is suitable.
What is
That?
Easy listening.
He's listening. Okay.
We've had enough. We're going...
Okay. You show me your brown card?
Huh? What brown card is that?
The official exit visa.
Okay. We don't have those. Not.
Inside the hut was a chair and a small table.
Hi. You wanna buy something?
No, not really.
I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor.
I don't think so. I didn't come all this way to buy vegetables.
Hmm?
Listen, have you heard of Condor Trans Global?
No. Buy a cabbage. I'll give you a discount on bulk purchases.
I'm not into cabbages. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Aye, Tetzcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tetzcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
Okay.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages.
See ya.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
Okay.
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Hi. Lovely bread.
Okay?
Bread. Pan?
Si, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
Boom. I think we need to go there. Let's try to talk to everybody before we go there.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
See.
Hey, mind the footwear, lady.
Fish.
Do you have crabs?
Oh.
No, only fish. Nice fish. Thanks. If by some remote chance I ever need a fish, I'll be back. Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
Okay.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Go away.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's our friends from the first game. Alicia.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
That's bad. Yeah.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Quaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Yeah.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
Got some of
That's
them.
bad.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really. They're good.
We'll take your word for it.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
What do you make of this little worm?
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't? Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
Really?
Where did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
Nice.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
He's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
What was the ship with the condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
Okay.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Okay.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying the thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
Okay. Well, let's hope our playthrough isn't failure because of that. Let's go there. Oh, Burl.
George Stobart, well, Evalda.
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria.
Yeah.
He's an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged. Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoiled sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that.
Really?
What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywhere is the market.
Of course.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
Yeah, sure.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
Mm.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I get the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot. Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
Yo, man.
Didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested. What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Ooh-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's still all right.
Catch you later, Pearl. Hey, Nico!
Hey, Nico. There's the police here.
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor. With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavation. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
Who? What man? Who is that guy? Seems like a bad guy.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thank you.
My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Enchanté.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Okay. If you say so.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I
Okay.
can see that, General.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No, I never heard of him.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour when he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Oubier, a visitor, senor.
Oh, yeah.
Like yourselves.
Did you say Oubier?
Si, senor. Professor Oubier, a French archaeologist.
What's Oubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor.
Okay.
Professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
We've had enough of Quaramonte, and we want out.
Am I stopping you?
The guy at the docks tells me I need an exit visa.
Ask Ronaldo. He'll make the arrangements. That's what he's here for.
Okay.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobart.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you. I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing. Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
Okay. You sure?
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
Yeah.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The
No.
musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were
course.
destroyed by a flash flood.
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
I'll be back. I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's. It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games. The safe was undoubtedly locked. The filing cabinet was probably locked. I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the general was sat there.
Oh.
I decided to leave the television switched on.
Can I check this charge?
Senor. Leave that child alone.
Really? Nico.
Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something? That man we saw talking to the general was Oubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Oubier, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah, it's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
Mm.
Take a look at this.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Oubier's house. Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, Georges?
Sure, they're great. Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
Okay.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, Georges. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it. Take a look at this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Yes.
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
Okay.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
Do we have anything? Yeah, we have to.
It was the black obsidian stone which had been sent to Nico. One side bore a grotesque image of a dog's head. The other was blank.
Can we talk to Ronaldo?
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the general catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca? The night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
I'm trying to get out of Quaramonte.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd be able to buy back half my family.
Never mind them. What about my visa?
We don't take visa.
I didn't ask if you take a visa. I want you to give me a visa.
I can't help you, senor. I don't understand these things.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
So long.
Yeah, that is that one. Let's go outside now and try to find something.
Why did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes. It looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it.
Hmm?
You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe. But that guy's weakness isn't in his foot.
Okay, can we now ask? Oh, there's the OBA. OBA. Can we talk to OBA? Hello.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
I thought that face was familiar. Remember me, George? Dwayne Henderson.
Oh,
Hi,
Dwayne.
Dwayne. Just a moment. I have a few questions to ask the professor here. Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazakh, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
Okay.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things. Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca,
Tezcatlipoca.
the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means literally
Smoke.
smoking mirror. There.
The name of the game.
You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of
That
his
is bad.
temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Do you see this label?
Yes. It refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Oh, really?
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me,
I don't think.
no. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth
God
Age.
damn it.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale. The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
Yes, very bad. Should be
Take a look
shot.
at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals?
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
Including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Robert. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
Now, what plot?
I have no idea.
Hey, Dwayne. Oh no. Yeah, but I think we are gonna end this episode here and continue on the next one. For everybody who came to watch this video, and if you liked it, give it a like and leave a comment. And if you really liked it, give my channel a sub and see you next time. Bye bye!